Oh man, what is up, family? Welcome back to the channel. I love to be streaming again, especially when we knock the damn targets out of the park once again. What is up, family? Go ahead and throw those A's in the chat if you can hear your boy speak. Please do me a favor and throw those A's in the chat if you can hear your boy speak, man. Super exciting day. Super exciting market price action, man, on that FNGR, right? You guys, come on. Show me the love. Go ahead and throw those A's in the chat right away, team. Let's get this thing rolling, right? Please do me a favor before we get started. Of course, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to thrive and survive, right, team? I love it. Oh man, you guys, you know what? I was talking to the team earlier today during the trade, and I'm like, oh, look at this. I was like, look at FNGR. It did the targets. It did it. It did the targets. So I guess now we gotta wait. We gotta find out what is it gonna be, right? Is it gonna be continuation? Is it gonna be downside? Is it gonna be sideways? I don't know. But for those of you who already saw Zach, man, my dude coming up in here asking me about AMC. Dude, are you actually still in it? But you guys, if you've already seen the videos that I posted up earlier today, then you already know my thoughts on the FNGR asset, right? So I put out a video very early today so that I can be able to favor some of my East Coasters so that they can see what I'm thinking of price action, because a lot of the times what I'm noticing is that they get the short end of the stick. They see it the next day, I literally catch my views go up at around 4 a.m. my time. So it's like 7 a.m. Eastern, so they're starting to go up around that time. It's funny, right? But, oh, yeah, me too, Zach. Me too. No joke, right? So what is up, Joe? Good to see you in here. What is up, Robert W? US1, Joe, my brother. CoinFox is in the house. What's up, Zach? And I have Damon. What is up, Damon? Robert W already said hi to you. What's up, Candace? How you doing? Good to see you here. Good evening to you, too. I see John up there, man. I know John, you know what? I've been noticing that you've been leaving me the comments on the comment section, not here on the live chat. So this time I could say hello to you. Good evening, ARCa from sunny Southern California. Good evening to you, my friend. And very good to see you. So what is up, little AR15 saying SMCI, my goodness, earnings tomorrow, 4 p.m. What is this finger play? Who's paying for you to cover this penny stock? No, so brother, this is actually this is where I came from, right? The reason why I have this larger following is because this was my original area. So this is this is very much my root. So what I used to do was that I used to go into these microcaps that have a little bit of trouble, right? And I would try to show the team there that I could see price action, and I could show them a different way of trading it, and then hopefully they would join me into observing other plays that can be a little safer or whatever. You know what I mean? So, but if it didn't pan out to where they wanted to come and see me trade other things, it's cool. I still wanted to provide them with a day-to-day price action in the asset that they're looking into, right? So that's what I would do here, buddy. And I did that starting first with first with Redbox with RDBX before it changed over to CSSE, the Chicken Soup for the Soul. Then I did it to BBIG, right, for a while before I started getting chased by the smart money, and then from BBIG I did a BBBY, and then from BBBY I went to GTII, and GTII into Finger, and then Finger into both GTII and FNGR, right? So that's how I kind of like moved across this across the platform, right? And that's the way it's been so far, man. So I'm very much back to where I actually came from, right? So this is I don't trade this, right? But I do trade. I do. What's up, Busy Brands, my brother? Thank you so much for coming by, my bro. Good to see you. So yeah, you guys, that's what I used to do, right? And I didn't cover. Well, I covered MMTLP for maybe, I don't know, a week or two, but I covered MMAT more often than not. And yeah, so I would go into these tickers that would have a lot of attention, and then hopefully I could bring I could bring in, new students or new whatever that want to really observe how to trade the financial markets. And that's how it was done. Right, that's how it was done, buddy. But dude, thanks for coming on by. Really appreciate seeing you here. You can see that I'm scrolling up the list here because I know that I haven't said hi to everybody. What's up, T. Alex? Good to see you here. Hey, Darren, good to see you. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for coming on by. I said hi to you, Joe. And Northwest Sasquatch, my bro. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming on by, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so yeah, let me go ahead and start sharing the charts here, right? Because like I said, right, some of you may have already seen the video that I put out on FNGR, so you already have. What's up, Daryl? Good to see you. He said first. And John, hey, my buddy. Hey, Just Mike, good to see you. Good evening to you. Well, look at John. John is saying, ARCa, I hope that you are on the same time as The Voice on the West Coast. Oh my goodness. That's probably a huge challenge. What is it going to be? Is it going to be Ariana Grande or is it going to be My Pocket tomorrow? You know, that could be a serious toss-up. I would be tossed up immediately, man. I want to see Ariana Grande talk to anybody, you know? She's a big star. Oh my goodness. Hey, Gary, how you doing? Good evening to you and good evening to everyone, of course. Dude, The Voice, it's funny because in my previous job I was in audio engineer, a technician, and I did work on The Voice a couple times, a few times. So yeah, those new chairs, all that stuff, the sound, everything. So very much in the studio where they sat and everything, right? So it was really cool stuff there. That first, right, Robert W. That first was late. That's what I'm saying. Daryl came in here all last comment saying first. Good times indeed, you guys. So let's go ahead and switch over the screen here so you can see the chat now, right? I was telling you earlier that I was kind of scrolling up just so that I can see what people are saying here, right? So you know what? We're going to start a for fun poll right here just for everybody while we get this thing rolling, right? And it's going to be an FNGR one. So, you know what? This is just going to be, we're going to say FNGR going to ... Let's do this one, okay? The warrants are $7, right? There is a geometric top at around 992, so let's just average it up to like $10, right? And so let me get some suggestions here on the chat. What do you guys think I should put on here? Hey, Kit, good to see you here. ARCa, where did you get the info for? That's what I was replying to that guy, Kit. I thought that it was this here. Look. Hold on, I can't click on this yet because I'm gonna undo this thing here. I'm gonna show you. But this is this here. Look at this. It says earnings on Wednesday, May 1st. So I thought it was here, right? Because TradingView's algorithm is telling me. So I'm like, man, I wouldn't be surprised if this was incorrect. So because Google is actually giving me a different set of information, a different set of data. Sorry. So I'm curious as to why, TradingView's algorithm is saying on Wednesday. All right. So Kit Kitcher is saying 7 is a key driver. So let me get a few more suggestions, guys. What should I put up in here? You know that $7 is the exercisable target for the warrants, right? Let me add another option. I put $10 here because geometrics can support that target. So what should I put here? You tell me in the chat right now. So, John is saying that the warrants have not been issued yet. Oh, I thought that the warrants were issued, but what was not issued was the what was it? The dates, the date or something. I don't know what. So is that what it is, John? The date of release of the warrants is not what's released yet. Maybe I misunderstood. So. Earnings should be sweet. I hope so. I certainly hope so. Historically, FNGR hasn't really moved on earnings too much, but if there's enough, if there's enough of a catalyst here, then we'll be able to catch a pretty nice move But guys, please let me know. Throw in some targets here for the poll. What are we looking at? We have a $7, for when they potentially release those warrants. And John is saying FNGRW is going to be the ticker symbol. Oh, got it. So we have a 7. We have a $10. Go ahead and throw them in the chat. Hey, Mark Roach, good to see you, buddy. And psychological level, maybe $5. So why don't we do that? Actually, let's do that. We had 5, 7, 10. And then Mark Roach is saying FNGR back to 199. That's like what it does. We'll go up to like the moon and then it'll revert back to literally 183 to 248. You know what I mean? It's good to see you too, Mark Roach. Good to see you, buddy. Right, so this thing usually rocket ships and then it comes back down to the to that value and then picks up again and then it comes back down. Man, I can't tell you how many times it's done it. Or actually, has it been done maybe 2 or 3 times? I'm not sure. But okay, let's leave it here. Let's not get overly bullish here, right? And put this like $79 there or something, right? Hey, Jay Abrams, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, man. Remember I was telling you, Jay, that it's hard for us to determine that on earnings. Dude, they play it so nasty today, man. They play it so nasty, right? Like the Meta, for example, right? They had an earnings beat and it fell to the ground. And then Tesla had a huge miss, and they pump like $30. Right? So Northwest Sasquatch is saying, I hear the SEC has not yet approved release of the warrants. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's apparently what John is saying. So I'm going to go ahead and start this poll here, team. FNGR you go ahead and let me know. I want to know what the sentiment feels like here, okay? So 5, 7, and $10. Let's get this poll going. Submit your vote here as soon as you are able, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the results here in just in a few minutes. So we're just populating the chat here, and we're going to get this thing rolling, and we're going to observe the price action here. I'm going to give you my thoughts for those of you who haven't seen the video that I put out, the dedicated video for the analysis thread. I'm gonna just kind of briefly retouch on that and move on to GTII, which, by the way, on GTII we were able to nail the targets there too. Although a little lower than we anticipated, still within the targets that we kind of spoke about, right? We spoke about a top end of around that 17-cent zone and back to the areas of about 1584 to 1606. We're still consolidating within that range, although we did print a little bit of a curious lower low. Okay, this came down to about 1519-ish, 1520. So now Kit is saying, I don't care the price until the shorts are decimated. I'll add on this. I'll add on this one only. Let's see. Dollar cost average is $2.34 since February 2023. And you know what, man? I think that amazing opportunity to kind of get yourself on that DCA was that drop to around two something. So that's great, Kit. You're way in the money right now. That's absolutely amazing. We were able to pull off that. We were able to pull off those topside targets. So I'm sure it must have been a little like, whoa, seeing that thing jump up to that 396 level. It must have felt like something, right? So very, very, very cool here. So John is saying, I say chopping between $5 and $7. And Mark Roach saying a few micro ticker picker, CAUD and MULN. Poop stocks have been running with massive volume today. So I did put out a thesis on MULN, I think on Thursday. I think on Thursday. I have to see how it continued. But yeah. So thank you for that, Mark. So what is up, Seb? Good to see you here, buddy. I know, buddy. I know that you're part of the reason. You're part of the reason too, buddy. Why I'm looking at FNGR too, man. I know. So I know that you're playing this, and I know that I want to make sure to support you here, just like I do the other guys in the trading floor, right? So I will support you the same way, bud. I got you. You regretted not going full port at $2. You were even saying it too, man. You were even saying it too, right? You know your deal. Okay, so So go ahead, team. If you're new to the chat, please go ahead and submit your votes. And let me know where you think that FNGR is going to go. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the recap here. We're just going to review just a little bit here what I put out in the dedicated video, which by the way it's let me take a look at the yeah, oh man, yeah, it's getting an outstanding amount of attention right now, team. In fact, my YouTube is bursting in colors and little paper mache and stuff, right? So and you're looking at here, yeah, I'm looking at about a 14.2% increase in visibility. So I think I did in an average duration of a view duration of 826. Nice. So you guys like the information. Good. All right. This is good to know. Okay, so this is what I started off with in the video, team. I stated that that FNGR had its topside target figure here. We had two targets, right? One of which was 367, not to mention the bottom side of 342. But the wolf pattern was giving us a potential top of around 394. That 394 target was not alone, though. This was not the only way that we were figuring 394. In fact, 394 was the break of that really crappy formation, right? This is this is the cup and handle. You know, I don't like the cups too much, but it did have a descending channel. That descending channel was measured just like this. I don't know why I pushed it up there, but I will adjust it. And this was pushed down to here, right at the break. So we were expecting a potential top of around 390 or 389, which is why we highlighted this area right in here so that you can see how we figured it, right? Based on historical supports and resistances right up here at this top end of this candle, we decided to put this about what? I think this was on Friday, maybe the 19th, maybe even Thursday, the 18th of April. We decided to put this topside target to be 391 to 394. This is the focus zone, right? So if we were able to nail this target, it would be in spite of it breaking out from a descending channel with a measured move. So we nailed that, right? We were able to nail that today. Now, the other way that we observed that price was, of course, yeah, the wolf pattern. And then coming back into the analysis, the statistical analysis, we were able to put together here a discretionary top just by looking at your one fib at 395. So we put this together yesterday. This is what we looked at yesterday, you and I. Right? So we put together here this top end resistance, and we put here the areas of a higher likelihood resistance touch, right? So if this was it here, then we were looking at a potential 394 to 414 confluent to the breakout of the channel and confluent to the to the fibs and confluent to all that stuff and the wolf and all that. So we had several targets leading up to that 394. And today we got 396. So we were able to nail it. Now, if you did benefit from the play, we put together three targets of retracement. So these if we had the retracement number one, that would have been all the way down to 342 to 324. But just in case we didn't retrace there, this would be the target, 364. So now if we observe that 364, say maybe in a 15-minute time frame, then you can see very clearly here that in the pre-market, we ended up continuing to the upside. And during the pre-market, we hit our 394 target. In fact, it was 395. So we came back down. We nailed the bottom side here by market open at that 362 of the 364 that we talked about. And we rode on all the way up to 396, just like we thought. Right? So if you were able to benefit from that play, congratulations to you. And yeah, so Jay, it's not that, buddy. I'm just I need to get through this first. I need to get through FNGR and GTII first. All right, so let's just make sure that we can get that done, and then we'll observe something else. But yeah, absolutely. Let me just put a reminder here. But this is why I titled the live stream the way I did. The live stream is titled, FNGR, GTII, and broader markets. So let me go ahead and put this here. So I don't maximize accumulation on junk stocks. Say all you want. I'm here to watch ARCa's work. Thank you, Kit. I really appreciate you, buddy, and I've always appreciated you. So let's go ahead and continue the analysis here. Now that we know the psychological targets against the psychological targets, let's go ahead and now observe the final true edge on this. And this was the statistical backtest put on a daily time frame. Okay, so this is the daily time frame backtest. Please remember that the conditions here were very specific. Anytime that we expanded from volatility, the extremities of volatility and contraction, that would be within about 15%. So anytime that we did expand, where we actually went in there, inside of the 15% and expanded from that 15% with an upside pivot, I've measured every single iteration where that has happened on the daily time frame throughout its entire trading history. So for those of you who haven't seen, this is going to be a little bit of a briefing here, right? Enlightenment. So out of 20 iterations total, 17 were guessed correctly to the upside. That gives us an average upside accuracy of 85%. The 85% upside has an average upside thrust, or a mean, of about 33.40%. So if we now have a 33.40% mean, that means that we can calculate from every iteration here squared, right? We can go ahead and calculate the standard deviation too. Your standard deviation is leading to a 35.12%. And we have an upper bound of the first standard deviation calculation leading to a very curious 68.52%. I will explain to you why. That has some relevance, okay, because of some certain fundamental and also psychological and geometric reasons. Lots of things. There's lots of confluence within that. CoinFox, my buddy. Hey team, let's. CoinFox is saying with a super chat here, my buddy. Thank you so much, dude. He is saying, hey team, let's supercharge the YouTube algo. Every super chat fans the flames of our content. It's like whispering to the algorithm, hey, check us out with caps. I like the yelling with caps or the whispering with caps. Sorry. Okay. So anyway, team, let's plot those targets out. We have the first target here set. Hey, Philly, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. 33.40% would be the first upside target, right? So that would be right here at about. It is adjusted now. It's adjusted now. Why? Remember yesterday we fired it from 363. Good night, Jay. Take care, buddy. I'll catch you tomorrow. All right. So if we're catching this bottom side of around 363, that was per yesterday's analysis because we didn't know when the signal was going to fire, which, by the way, we thought it was going to fire, but it's still not fired. We still have a massive upside, though, and we're flat. So now that gives us a stronger possibility. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what this, how this looks into tomorrow's open. The moment we have an upside pivot on this moving average here, because you can see volatility is already expanding. As soon as we have, what's up, JP? Good to see you, buddy. That's Joe H. That usually blows that, man. I know. I love you, buddy. So as soon as we get that upside pivot here on that moving average, then we're good to go, team, and we'll be able to continue on that path and firing off the signal successfully. So if that really is the case, then now we have a new area to, again, just like yesterday, we're speculating on a potential open here at 387. So if we do get that 387 open, then we move our targets down here from that 364 all the way up to this 387, and that gives us a new set of targets. The first target here is 517. That's going to be your average upside thrust. It's going to be your mean. The 35%. The 35% is actually going to be the standard deviation, moving up to 524, and then the very curious target. This very curious target, leading up to $6.52, the upper bound of the first standard deviation. Oh, yikes, Jay, that's crazy. So that is leading to the 2.618 golden fib. And if we are getting a bump to that up, let me make sure that I have this. Oh, sorry, I'm just slightly off here. There we go. Okay, so I'm sorry, I can adjust it now. And I didn't adjust this in the video, so now you know. So it's a $6.71 2.618. I just had to tighten it up to that very top end here on the Fibonacci retracement. And so that takes us to, 652 to the 2.618. Fibonacci ratio of 671. Now, this is curious to me because of a couple things. For those of you who actually, I meant to show you this before you left yesterday, but if we bring this back to this chart here, this, you guys know how much I dislike this formation. I do not like about this this formation at all. It's a cup and handle. I feel like it has a terrible batting average, but even still, it has its consistencies within a higher time frame. So we are in a 12-hour. I consider higher time frames to be 8 hours and above for a better strike rate. In this case, the targets based on the bottom side of that cup are suggesting a top end of around $6.25. And take a look at this. Your 2.618 golden fib in two different time frames are leading to 656 and 664. So we have a psychological formation with a top end that's confluent to two different time frames of geometrics, which is also confluent to the statistical backtest of historical linear volatility versus stochastic momentum at $6.52. Oh, Buzzman, my brother, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. I can't tell you how much I love you, buddy. Thank you. Every bit helps, buddy. So this is that top end target that we're observing here, and it's also in yet again a higher time frame Fibonacci retracement to another 618 golden ratio. Guys, this is really powerful. And the signal is about to fire. And I told you yesterday, right, that I'm not the biggest fan of the ticker for one reason alone, right? I'm just not a fan of the ticker because there is a huge psychological drive to it. The component is larger than it should be. Well, I don't know what anything should or shouldn't. I shouldn't be the judge of that, right? But it just feels like it's a bit out of proportion. So if we have this larger than normal psychological component applied to the price action, then the price action will behave a little more expansive and a little more contractive than it should. So that means that the retracements will be a little larger, and the extensions will also be a little larger. Danielle, oh my goodness. Danielle said, I can't believe I'm donating to a guy who's always off by a penny. You know what? I am getting better and better. Thank you, Danielle. I love you so much. Thank you. I will tell you this. Danielle is always on my case, right? You got it off by a penny, ARCa. You got to get tighter, right? So I promise you, I am getting better because of you, Danielle. And I can't appreciate you more. Thank you so much for coming on by. I love you. Thank you. So JP saying, ARCa, do you think there's a chance of $3.50 retracement tomorrow? So that's what we're going to take a look at next, guys. So I wanted to show you the confluence here within the targets that we're observing. So you know what? Why don't we do this? I'm going to give you guys 10 more seconds to close off the voting poll here, right? So the voting is still coming in. So make sure to submit your votes here. We're gonna close this off in a few seconds, and I want to know what the sentiment is. Right, FNGR going to $5, $7, or $10. Now, the reason why we're looking at the $5, right, is because it's traditionally a psychological level. Not to mention that we have a 618 golden fib at 484, very close to that upside. We also have the $7 because if they potentially release the warrants exercisable at a $7 strike, then that also would be a reason to take the price to $7. Now, when you do have warrants, I've noticed that price action will often succeed the upside of the strike target. So it'll probably go up a little bit more than that, which is why I ended up putting a $10 figure into there, because geometrically speaking, it's technically possible, right? So it's just geometrically possible. Okay, so I'm just saying that I added it to there because in case price action succeeds the upside of the $7 strike, then there could be a little bit of a FOMO wick up to one of those targets. So the suggestion was made in combination. I'm sorry, you guys had a lot to do with it. Is what I'm trying to say. So it was an effort made by me and by you. So let's go ahead and give this about 5 more seconds, and we will close this off. Okay, so let's go 5, 4. Submit your votes. 3, 2, and 1. And let's go ahead and close off the voting panel here and see what we have as the results. So take a look at your stats printed right into the chat. It's about to show up. So this is what we're looking at. It's looking like the majority of the sentiment here, based on around 41 votes, it looks like $7 is getting the higher end of the poll here. So, and then the $5 naturally, because it is a psychological level for us to combat, and we do have that $5 level. We have it very much in line here. The average upside thrust from a potential opening of 388 or 387 would take us to about 517. So geometrically, 484 to 517, that would be the space of statistics versus geometrics. Now, aside from that, psychologically, we have a measured move to around 546, which is near the 2 fib at 548. And right in between that, of course, is the standard deviation at 524. Okay. This is good to know. This is good to know, team. And I absolutely love for you to, I love it. We were able to collaborate together and put together some targets. Now, let's observe the immediate short-term time frame. Let's see what we have. This is going to be the faster part of the analysis, and we shall move forward. Okay, so 4-hour time frame, volatility versus momentum, giving us a little bit of a downside pivot here. Okay, so, and we're still expanding. So that usually means acceleration with a directional bias. Okay, so let's pull this back a little more granular. Let's get into that hourly time frame and see how that's feeling. So the hourly time frame is corrective, right? We ended up getting an upside pivot on Stokes, despite the fact that we had a massive pullback, right? From that 396, we ended up pulling back to a 368, and then it came back up to a 390, which is just massive, right? So let's go even deeper. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. It still has a potential upside, a little weak, of course, because we're at a critical resistance. $4, right? It is psychological there as well. But the 5 and 10 minute are showing upside biases as well. So if this really is the case, team, I do think that we have an immediate short-term time frame upside before an immediate pullback. And I don't think the pullback is going to be long-lived. I think the pullback may be very short-lived. Oh, we don't know. Thank you, Kit. Coincide. You think that the release date coincides with some material event? I bet. Yeah, that sounds like it would be it. And by the looks of this back test, it feels like it's around a corner or something, and something's going on. Oh, hey, by the way, can somebody enlighten me over what happened today at the Bell? Did William? No? Was that a no-go, or was I looking at the wrong? I was looking at the I just searched, closing bell NYSE, and I just noticed Investco or I forgot what the name of the company was. They were closing it today, or was today not the day for William? I meant to ask in the FNGR video, but I didn't get to as I forgot. Right, but now that I'm remembering, does anyone have any information on that? Did William actually close today, or is this going to be postponed for another day? Okay, so let's push on to the 4-hour time frame. Let's see how this is looking. Okay, yeah, you know what, you guys, I think that the 4-hour time frame is just expressing a downside pivot from this candle here, and this may be a corrective move, meaning that it's going to continue into a cycle and then go up. So in other words, we're going to get an immediate short-term upside anywhere between the 396 to the 401, 404 level, and then we'll get this pullback to potentially, I don't know if we're going to reach to 364, but I can tell you that we have a I'm going to give you a little bit of a space here, okay? Remember, all of this is in full discretion, team, just like I have been doing in the last few days. This would be another potential here, 383 to 377. So, thanks, guys. Let's see. So it looks like so that was them. I'm sorry. Candace Morrison is saying he has a couple of vids on his channel. It was NASDAQ. Okay. So Sebastian Lim, FNGR rang the bell. Gotcha. It was for NAS. Yeah. And let's see. Thank you, KYP. John saying William is in the video. Look at his videos. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was looking at Nicey. James Flower saying it was today. Okay. And Wicked DMs. What's up? Saying William was there on the NASDAQ billboard. Dude, that's what makes sense. I looked in the wrong place, you guys. My apologies. And William was there with the CEO of FNGR today. Brett Montgomery, what's up, buddy? I thought it was ringing the bell for NASDAQ. Let's see, but Martin Shen did deliver a speech at or near the end of the market day. Kit Kittredge, he was at NASDAQ studio, but he wasn't at the podium, only directors, but he was there. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And they are sharing the pictures here with me and the ARCa Bulls trading team. That's very nice. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Okay, so yeah, team, I think immediate short-term time frame upside 396 to potentially 404, and then we'll probably get a pullback right into the zone of about I was thinking 377 to 383 if by any chance we can get a further retracement, guys. Maybe 364, right? But I'm not really catching that as the higher probability move. As you can see here, starting from the 8-hour time frame, we have an upside pivot that's just breaking the bull strength percentile now. The 12-hour time frame is breaking that bull strength right now, and it's also still expanding. That's leading into the daily signal that we just back tested and we're potentially about to fire tomorrow. I think this will be short-lived pullbacks. Anything can happen in the markets, right? They can sell it off at any minute, which would be really unfortunate. But I do think that we'll get a short-term pullback. And you have the targets now, 383 to 377 with a potential 364 bottom. There is a gap there at 362. Okay, so that's it is also a potential. I mean, if we cover the gap at the bottom, it's no problem, 358. So I guess overall, I can just to keep it simple, I'll just give you the range at the bottom side. So 358 to 364. This could be the range too. So two potentials, just like we did yesterday, right? And then for continuation. And I'm expecting for us to kind of consolidate here soon. And so for sure, guys, we don't have earnings on Wednesday, like Trading Views lying booty is telling me right now, right? If we don't have this, we in fact do not have earnings on Wednesday, May 1st, right? I can discount this. I'm asking you because you guys know the fundamentals better than I do, so I would rely on your word here. So please let me know if that's something that I can I can I just want to know that I can throw it away. So Jay Abrams, show how much negative Fed info, and Powell, if he talks negatively, or if he talks a negative analysis. FNGR did the 4 p.m. Yeah. Well, FNGR, where is it? The Wednesday is the Fed, right? You know what? That's I've already ran back tests, but I have to. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try to take a look at that so we can observe this live. But I need to prepare that, right, so that I can bring it up. I have literally thousands and thousands of tickers and charts, and also hundreds of charts for FNGR. So I need to look back through it. All these historical back tests, theories, strategies. It's, I've been covering it for a long time, so it would take a bit of time for me to look. But yeah, good idea. So yeah, guys, expect that pullback, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at GTII and see what it has in price action. So just like we stated yesterday, right? We're still within. Oh, so May 29th is JP's telling me. Okay, thank you, buddy. So GTII getting the targets that we observed a little lower than we thought, of course, coming down to 1549. We were expecting a 1583 retrace back to the top at 17, where we, essentially resisted from. In fact, we came up to the SMA 20 at 1733. So the top bound here was set to 1799 to 1832. But also we noted this area here as a very strong zone of chop. That would be a consolidation area. And John saying, ARCa, you are making me miss certified triple platinum one-hit wonder. Megan, all about the bass. Megan Trainer. So that's Megan, all about the bass trainer, as a guest coach on The Voice. I got to tell you this, GTII, buddy, we're still facing this potential here. The chop zone of between 16 and around 17 cents with a potential 18 top. I'm not getting any other signals, but the fact that we got a little bit of a lower low on this makes me feel that we may set one more. Okay, so if we are to set one more, this would be the tail end of the analysis here, so you can catch your Megan Trainer, right? If we did get, let's see, so that would be a 1505 low, and we ended up getting a 1540 some odd, right? So 1505 may be the next one, or 15 flat. Okay, so that would be kind of the bottom line here for now. Okay, but while there is a critical contraction, price action can continue to the downside, but I'm very happy that we were able to nail the targets even still. Okay, you guys, so there's not much to update within GTII, as it is kind of trapped within that within this chop here. You can see it clearly here with the 12-hour iterations, right? So let's break the upside, let's break the downside, but as long as we have closures outside of those lows, then it's going to maintain. As soon as you start getting closing bases, larger time frame candles, then we would be able to express or some interest towards that upside or downside. Okay, team. So that is that. Just like yesterday, we did a quick GTII, right, and we had to express the deep information on FNGR. But that is it for the analysis on FNGR and GTII. Please remember, team, that I am still offering a very much consolidated version of my beginner's trading course. Reach out to me. It's going to be 4 to 5 weeks long. ArcMastersCourse at Gmail. I have a few emails already. I'm going to return them to you tonight, and I will get you the syllabus. So now I can tell you that the seats are getting filled as the students are starting to finish their final exams. And the track 4 students are now getting close to their final exams too. They're around three weeks away. Okay, you guys. So make sure to get in touch with me. Reserve a seat at ArcMastersCourse at gmail.com for the beginner's trading course. And then we're going to do the 8 to 12 week strategies mentorship. And the beginner's course is going to segue into that very nicely. Okay. So make sure, get in touch with me at ArcMastersCourse at Gmail, and please consider joining the ARCa Bulls trading team. This is, we're trading the financial markets every day, team. Okay. And we're doing our very best. We're nailing the targets, right? When there's no trades, there are no trades. But here we go. This is the link for you to click on. Make sure to click on that link and join the ARCa Bulls trading team and come on by. You'll be able to trade alongside me and some very talented traders. Pokey Bros. ARCa, hermano, saying, are we looking at any other tickers? JAGX looking like it wants to make some moves up. So I got to take a look. I got to take a look right now at, what was it? SAVA. Jay Abrams, are you still in here, buddy? So let's take a look at SAVA and see what we have in store for this ticker. Let me pull up the daily time frame, see how much history we have. If we have a lot of history here, I'm going to pull this up in a weekly time frame and see how that is. Hold on, guys. Hold on just a moment. My little boy is hold on. Yeah, he was knocking at the door, he was there trying to find out. Okay. All right, so yeah, we have a nice view of the chart and its behavior now. So SAVA, what is this? Let's take a look at this. So we have a market cap of almost $1 billion here with a float of 40 million. Okay. It's not too bad at all. Let's see. Development of novel drugs in diagnostics. Okay. It focuses on developing product candidates intended for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease, including the PTI-125 and PTI-125DX. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's take a look at its behavior. Let's see what it wants. Let's look at the monthly now. I want to see how price action is behaving. Nice outside bar there. I will say that this it needs to close above some certain levels here in order for it to get a nice continuation, right? So let me pull up data cells here. And let's see. That would be 2305. We have a daily ATR of about 136. That's going to be really close, but it can do it. If it does close this monthly candle above, if we can close it above the prior candles open, that would be great, especially above the prior bar's high. So if it can do that 2326, 2330 around there, that would be a lot better, as it would suggest a continuation to the upside. And everything would be looking okay. There is a complete break of market structure as we're looking at this now. Okay, so, and I'm speaking of directly for the fact that we have price action leading above the two prior monthly candles. Okay, of course we're still creating a series of lower highs. That's still something we can't ignore. Okay, so there is some danger here in the macro perspective. I don't know where you are, right? So let's take a look at this. Inside bar on the weekly, got that printed. Let's see the 5-day. Let me see the daily on this. Looking like a weird head and shoulders. Yeah. Right? That head and shoulders starting to appear a little more and more. But I will say that this was a falling wedge turned into wolf. Just like this here. Just about like this. Right? So we have oh man, I can't even count it. Hold on. I didn't get enough of a touch here to consider it. Right? So if I'm really looking at this in this manner, then I would have to 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have to do it like this. Let's see. It's a little outside my comfort. I'm not, a little outside my comfort here, but this would be implying a target of around 36, 37, maybe 38, 39-ish, right from the 22 that it's at right now. So it did have a prior, I would say it's a good enough earnings. Let's see, earnings beat. Overall, it's pretty balanced. It has reversed 1, so 1 to 7 ratio. Okay, and earnings is coming up. Is that tomorrow? Wait a second, that was today. Did it report earnings today? Redemption date, that was the 15th of April. That was a long time ago. Okay. I'm wondering if this thing actually did report earnings. Okay, so yeah, this thing has an upper bound target here, but let me take a look at this on a 4-hour time, or even an hourly 30-minute around there. Okay, all right. So yeah, we're getting some expansion here, right? It's already ticking up. It's been in critical contraction for quite some time relative to the 30-minute time frame for the better part of about a day and a half or more. So this is already pumping to the upside. Do we have an immediate? We don't. Everything is pivoted towards the upside. So upside first, resistance second. Let's see the hourly. It's already getting the feed from the 30-minute. Okay, so right now, what we're waiting for is the 5-minute to 30-minute impulse. If we have that thrust with enough strength, that means that your hourly time frame is going to feed enough upside bias on stochastics with expansion to the point where we're going to be able to start pushing to the upside and cascading that wave into the bi-hourly, which is, still pivoted towards the downside, and the 3-hour. But everything is in contraction. So now let me pull up to the 12-hour and see if there's any. Man, okay, there is a signal, but it's not quite fired. Right? Let me see the buy daily. Okay, not quite there either. Not there either. If anything, it would be the 5-day. Okay, the 5-day time frame. Last time it closed, it had a little bit of a pivot here. So the next close is going to be in 2 days and 16 hours. That could shift towards the upside, which means that it's already in contraction here, and this could pivot towards that upside. So if it does pivot towards the upside, then we have a 5-day signal. And if we do have a 5-day signal, something tells me that it would be large enough to reach these targets here. And that would be extremely curious. I'm not going to ignore that we have a really weird looking head and shoulders. Okay, I'm not going to ignore that. I'm just saying that it's present in its own weird way. Okay, but you can't force these formations. The stock is estimated to report earnings on May 6th. That's going to be this coming Monday. Okay, Mark Roach, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. I didn't see you there. So Jay Abrams is saying that SAVA is heavily manipulated, and let's see. So about to blow up on overwhelming data. Okay, so they're getting some good reads. I'm gonna look at this in with another perspective too. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna take a look at your biannual. I'm sorry, your semi-annual. That's actually pretty good. It's not bad, right? But it's pretty damn good to see a semi-annual candle print like that. Hold on. Yeah, we have a reversal signal. We're still in an indecision doji right now. This candle here would be the validator candle for this hammer. It's not bad. It's really not bad. Let me see. Hold on. Damn. It's at an indecision everywhere, which explains why I'm having a little bit of trouble determining the direction here. But it is, this would technically be, that's a bull flag here, but I'm not going to give you those targets because it doesn't matter. Those targets really don't matter. They're way outside of any they're way outside. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, but yeah, downside here, bi-monthly, printing in 15 hours, 47 minutes. This would be a potential downside into a hammer, right? This could be somewhere near the floor, man, maybe. Right? I'm not getting the cleanest read on this, but yeah, I think it's near a floor, and there is an upside probability here. I think immediate short-term time frame, we're looking at around 20. If I were to just put a quick little resistance top on this, I would say anywhere between 23.62 to about 25.79 in the more immediate short term. Okay, but I will say that as soon as we do touch that 23.62, there is a probability of retracing back to validate this regression, if not done tomorrow, right? So that would be a target of approximately 2101 to maybe around 2086. All right, so heads up on this, right? It does feel bullish in a sense, but it's not giving me the clear signal for an upside. So watch out. Next ticker that we ended up talking about, team, and I do think we nailed the targets on this as well. Actually, they surpassed our targets, and that was for ticker symbol DJT. So we were talking about on DJT. Man, yeah, we couldn't even get down to the targets we wanted. That was way far away. So we were talking about around that 4403. In fact, it continued on to the upside here. So let's get another read on this. Let's look at that 4-hour time frame and see what's up. Okay, nice upside pivot here. We're still expanding. That means we're still accelerating towards that upside. Consolidation in the hourly. Let's get a little deeper here. Okay, 15-minute time frame does have a downside. Yeah, so okay, immediate short-term time frame pullback, and that may not even happen actually. Oof. Hold on. Okay, here's what I'm reading from Momentum. Immediate short-term time frame upside. So we're potentially going to resist. If we have enough thrust here for the 5 to 10 that can bleed into the 15, this is leading towards a potential temporary double top. Okay, so this is around here. This is your resistance level. 47.19 to around 46.97 resistance. A secondary level to keep in mind would be your 46.97. Get a pullback here, and we'll start validating some moving averages. We still need the major moving averages on a 15-minute to kind of catch up. It doesn't mean that we have to. It's kind of there. But the 10-minute time frame does have a nice pullback zone to around 46.22. So yeah, potentially get that 46.80 top to maybe $47 top here, and then pull back to the SMA 50 on a 10-minute, or pull back to the SMA 100 on a 5-minute to 46.16. Okay, so and then so immediate short-term time frame upside, bounce from that 46.16 of the SMA 100 on a 5-minute, and then we'll get that push to the upside. So DJT is highlighting actions. Mark Roach says DJT shareholders can take to prevent the lending of their shares by brokerage firms for the purpose of short selling. Very cool. Very cool option. Okay, you guys, and you know what? Please, let's go ahead and take a look at the broader markets. Let's see what the SPY is telling us. As this, look at this in a 5-minute time frame. This doesn't look so bullish, right? It feels like we're curving, right? We're losing that steam, right? So if we are losing that steam, let's take a look at an hourly time frame and see how that's looking. But I do have something to show you on an upper time frame. Okay, so yeah, very nice curvature here. It does feel like we're potentially gonna drop soon. We just got a golden cross in an hourly time frame. Let's see where else we got that golden cross. That's about it. So the hourly time frame golden cross may actually be tested. I'm not saying that we're going to go immediately to the downside here. What's up, Alan? Good to see you here. Immediate short squeeze on DJT. Let's go. So, yeah, I do think that DJT has some more upside to look at. Potential reaccumulation. I don't remember if I actually said. I don't remember what I said, team. But you'll remember to remind me. I cover so many tickers all at once. You know, I gotta. You know how it goes. So, yeah, and we're also below the EMA 7, 9, and the SMA 5 on an hourly time frame. That would suggest continuation to the downside. I would imagine here a 509 bounce on the hourly time frame, and then we'll validate a local resistance likely at 509.91 before retracing. So this candle here is already breaking market structure. We came down to that 507.24 at market close, you know, in power hour, and I'm not even sure why it did that, but it did. I assume it's probably because of whatever earnings were being reported at you know, right after the close. There could have been some price action that had to do with that. Maybe, I'm not sure. Okay, so yeah, I do think that the SPY is looking a little weak at the knees right now. So let's look at momentum now on a bi-hourly time frame. Yeah, we're currently overbought bi-hourly, overbought on the 3-hour with contraction, right? So contraction is, I mean, we're getting long wicks, equivalent long wicks to the downside too. So usually when you start to get this wiggle up here at the tops, that's around where you usually face a reversal. Okay, 4-hour time frame now. Yeah, completely overbought, right? And we're still expanding. So 6-hour time frame is overbought and curving, expanding as well. The 8-hour time frame is slightly curving. The 12 is also, damn. And the daily is also feeling it a little bit, guys. Okay, and now look at that daily candle. This is what I wanted to show you. Take a look at that daily candle. That is, you know, evening star, hanging man, whatever you want to call it, right? It's there, and it's not good. It's bad for the longs. I mean, look at that thing. It's like a crucifix. It's terrible, right? So it speaks blood. So if we do get a full on retracement, know that the SPY has an average true range. It's pretty large right now. It's close to $6 on the daily. Okay, so if we get a pullback here, sure, we may be able to see the bottom sides of around 504 to, let's see, this. Yeah, check it out. This would be it here. 505.73 potential pullback if we start getting that momentum towards that downside. Okay, so if that's really the case, guys, I think we're gonna be set for a potentially corrective pullback. I don't think that this is bearish overall. I do think that this is still a temporary pullback. Okay, so I will say I will encourage you to not overstay your welcome as a short or as as betting the downside on this. Please be careful with price action on the SPY. Okay, this is going to be a little dangerous. So now there could be a massive bounce, right? If we let's just say this, if we penetrate that 505.73 gap, then yeah, we could experience a 504.21 to maybe 503.42 before facing a bounce to the upside. But it's important for us to correlate other areas of support and resistance. So in case we decide to come all the way back down to that 505.73, look left. This would be your bottom target here, right in here. That would be 504.90, meeting the ATR low with a 505.73 bottom side of the gap. I know I still see 506.35. I see it, right? And it very much is a gap too. Okay, so you know what? Whatever. Let's leave it in there. Let's leave it as one of those lines. 506.24 could be a short-term bounce. Validate the prior day's low, 507.29. Continue down into the zones of about 505.71 to 504.90 as a potential bottom and end of the average true range. Okay, so that's guys. Remember that we have a lot of data coming out. We have the Fed. We have JPP. We're potentially going to consolidate or maybe come down, reaccumulate, and continue onwards and upwards into maybe after NYSE lunch, maybe power hour tomorrow, we start reaccumulating towards the upside, right? And we'll reaccumulate into JPP, which is, it tends to be the typical price action behavior. But guys, I think this is a pretty good place for us to leave off here. Let's go ahead and close off the stream and make sure to get our rest so that we can get to trading tomorrow. Please remember, join the ARCa Bulls trading team. Hit that link in the chat, and let's actually, you know what? Did we? Yeah, we did it, right? So yeah, hit that link in the chat and make sure to join, and we'll be trading the financial markets together. You know, I didn't even. Yeah, guys. Okay, so just do your thing. I love you guys. I wish you all a very good night. Please reach out to me if any questions, and always remember, right, that the ArcMastersCourse is still there at your availability for now, right? There are still seats available, but they are limited. Okay, so reach out to me whenever you can at ArcMastersCourse@gmail.com, and we'll get you enrolled, and we'll get you, we'll get you hanging. Yeah, Smoke, I got you. All right, team. Have a very good night, and we'll talk very soon. Appreciate you, team. I love you all, and thank you so much for your donations, team. I love you. Thank you, guys. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, 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 ever, never. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night or day, and I will catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios, team.